man.
Definitely
Get out of here.
Hey everyone, I'm Greg Hudson, and this is America's Best Restaurants. It's the show where we scour the country, checking out hidden gems and also some of your local favorites that you've recommended. And that's what happened today. We are in Wauwatosa, Wisconsin at Cranky Al's Coffee, Donuts, and Pizza. And listen, I'll be really honest with you. As a foodie myself, I've gotten a lot of recommendations from my fellow foodies that if I'm in this area, this is the place you gotta stop. Let's check it out.
What's going on? How you doing?
Here. Joey, what's going on, brother?
Hey,
good
glad to see you, man.
Great to see you. What a
really
shop, man.
Thanks for having me. Thanks for coming here.
Yeah, of course. Are you kidding? Listen, donuts. Of course, we wouldn't be here, brother.
Donuts and coffee and pizza. What else can you ask for?
What a great concept.
Right?
You gonna show me how to make some today?
Yeah, definitely we are. We're also, before, I got you guys a little Waffle Bites so we can get in and get the taste testing started.
Waffle Bites.
Yeah, so what it is, it's chicken, and then we batter in waffle batter, we fry it up, and then we serve it with some powdered sugar and maple syrup. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna take that chicken, you're gonna dunk it right in, and you're gonna stuff it down your face.
Look, where is it, man?
Well, we got it right over here, so we got it all ready for you here.
All right, okay.
I'm gonna give that to you guys here.
Fine.
We can head on over.
Get in here, brother. Get on in here. Okay, so we get the waffle batter.
Yep.
Right? Chicken.
Yep.
And then the sauce with honey.
Nope, just a regular maple syrup.
Maple.
Yep.
So to drizzle, what do I do?
You gotta dunk it. I mean, drizzling is not enough.
You have one with me?
I will. Yeah, sounds good. Just try not to burn your mouth. You gotta do a little dip.
Oh, baby.
That's extra down your. When it drizzles down your shirt, you know it's good.
Look at this.
I might have to go change my shirt after this.
Yeah, save it for later. Bro, these are incredible.
Thank you.
This is like a whole sandwich, but in one bite in your mouth. These are phenomenal.
We sell a lot of them, so it's one of our most popular breakfast items right now from the standpoint of our breakfast burritos and our breakfast sandwiches.
You do a breakfast pizza too, right?
Yep. So we make all that. We're going to be showcasing that later today as well.
Oh my gosh. And not to mention, I don't know how many donuts that I read that you make.
We make over 52 different types of donuts every day. Obviously, we do more for weddings and we do custom ones, but you name it, we can do it. But we like to put a little simple twist on it. That's our thing. We're not to try and make it really extravagant, but we make it simple, right, and affordable for everybody.
Well, some of those donuts I saw, man, look maybe simple to you, but to us, not so simple. But I'm gonna take a couple bites. But take me on back, brother. Let me see this.
Sounds good.
Time to make the donuts. Let's go. All right, Joey. So coffee, pizza, donuts. Come on, it's everybody's favorite things, right? I'm gonna be really honest with you and everybody at home. He undersold the pizza to me. He said, "Look, man, you can try a pizza. It's fine. It's not a big deal." So my expectations were a bit low. Then he comes out with this. And so we've got a breakfast pizza?
Yep. So what we did is it's called our pizza crust. So it's a lighter area, very hydrated crust. And what we do is we use an olive oil sauce, and then we do cheddar cheese, scrambled eggs, mozzarella cheese, and then we finish it up with some spinach, some onions, some tomatoes, and some green peppers, and cook it up.
You can take this to work with you, and you're just going to be sitting at your desk for hours, I would imagine. I don't know how productive, but your belly is going to be pretty happy.
We could feed two. It serves two or one. Depending on the day. Depending on the day.
I could eat this whole thing, I think, but I want you to try some with me here.
All right. So I'm gonna go back here, I think.
Okay, I'm gonna go here.
All right, let's see if we can.
I like how we both went for one that had massive amounts of toppings. This is what we both grabbed right now.
See, watch this one. You just gotta pick it back up.
That's the kind of pizza you want.
If they're stuck together, it's considered one piece.
It's true. I'm sure it's still one piece. They're connected. You know what I like about this? Before I even take a bite, is the thin crust on there.
Yeah, it's gonna be light and airier, so it's gonna give you a nice, delicious.
Oh man.
Definitely
get out of here.
We do what we can.
So, listen, pizza's one of it's a topic that everybody loves, but everybody debates, right?
Yes.
Because you got some people that like that big thick crust, some people like the thin crust, some people like the chewy crust. Here's why I love this pizza. My style is thinner like this, a real nice chew to it for texture, but I want all the toppings, baby.
Yeah.
Like I want to taste all those toppings. I want it piled on high like this. You saw, Joe, yours is dripping everywhere.
I know.
Like grabbing the slice next to it. This is the kind of pizza I want when I'm ordering a pizza. And this is just a breakfast pizza, but you guys, I mean, it's on the sign. Cranky Al's Pizza and Donuts. So what other type of pizza do you make? And
Yeah, so what we do is, obviously, we used to be open at night for pizza. But then, long story short, I wanted a family, I wanted kids, and me and my wife had a long conversation, as well as my aunt and uncle, the other two owners. And we actually had an opportunity with a neighbor down the street to make frozen pizzas for them. And what we did was we developed a frozen pizza, and then when the frozen pizza became just as equal as the nighttime, we shut down the nighttime to focus on the frozen pizza so I can have a life, kind of.
yeah, well, good. And
Yeah.
you've got what, 4 kids? Did you
Yeah,
say?
yeah, I got 3 and the 4th's on the way.
4's on the way,
Yeah.
so you definitely need some more time at home.
Yeah, so donut prices are going up.
So get here while you can. Once that 4th comes, man, prices are going up. And what's really cool too about you is you've mentioned the community to me several times, and your pizzas are served at different bars around this community as well, right?
Yep, so we have about 13 accounts right now, different bars and restaurants in the area, and then as well as some local markets. So we have one big account, which is Sendix. There's also Piggly Wiggly, that you're able to get the pizzas frozen. But obviously from the standpoint of the frozen pizzas, it's a thin crust with a sweet sauce, as well as then there's fresh veggies, there's sausage pepperoni, there's an artichoke heart and goat cheese one. We've got a lot of different kinds out there.
And these were all just your idea. Like you created these pizzas, then created the frozen model, but it's all, but what I'm trying to get at here is, man, I can see the integrity of the food that you make. I mean, the donuts back there, how many different types of donuts, over 50 different types of donuts. So I would love to taste, I don't know about you guys at home, but somebody that's making food with such integrity, I bet your frozen pizzas are dynamite.
We do our best. We definitely do our best. And by the way, the pizza, believe it or not, was my uncle's idea.
Really?
We actually started doing pizza because my uncle was eating pizza 4 times a week. He was ordering out, right? So like what happens is, he's like, the next step, obviously, instead of ordering, is making your own. So that's where the main pizza came from, was my uncle. And then we just kind of, everything that he taught me, as well as my aunt, and we just turned it into this then.
So this whole thing started out of a food cost situation because your uncle's just eating out pizza 4 times a week.
Yeah.
So your aunt was like, honey, listen.
We're losing money.
We're just gonna start making our own. So that you don't have to order out 4 times a week.
Exactly.
But what a great move, because these are incredible, man.
And I appreciate it. It's always evolving, right? We're always trying to get that one step ahead and always try to perfect it and make it better than it is, right? That's our main focus, is how can it be better?
Well, you're doing a great job already, and I'm gonna finish this slice, but then it's time for the donuts, man. I'm so ready for this.
Bring them on, baby.
I've been looking at your website, I've been looking online, and over 50 types of donuts, and the big giant donut that you're gonna serve us as well is next level. Let's get to that. You already know what time it is. You didn't expect this, did you? I didn't expect this, Joey. I'll be really honest. This is incredible, man. This presentation that you got here for us is unbelievable. And especially for someone that this was not originally the plan for you, right? A donut shop?
No, it wasn't a plan for me or for my aunt and uncle.
What happened?
So, long story short, my aunt and uncle were doing odd and end jobs around here in Milwaukee, right? They owned actually a restaurant with another partnership, obviously, it's a little tough at times, right?
Yeah.
So what ends up happening is my aunt had the idea. She wanted to open up a coffee and a donut shop. So what ended up happening was my aunt said to my uncle, hey, Al, you're gonna make donuts and I'm gonna do coffee. And my uncle, being my uncle, God bless his soul, he's still alive, by the way.
Okay,
Just
God bless his soul, not rest his soul.
Yes, he's like, I'm not making donuts, right? I'm too good for this. He goes, I want a sign from God. So what ends up happening is they're driving down to visit me, my brother, and my mom in Chicago.
Okay.
They stop at a TJ Maxx because my aunt loves to do shopping, right? On the way out, there's this older woman. Can't find her car. So what they ended up doing was driving her to her car. Turns out it was on the other side of the parking lot.
Okay.
They get her out. They go to get her in her car. She goes, I want to give you a gift. And my aunt and uncle, they're like, no. She goes, no, I insist. So she goes to her trunk, opens up her trunk, pulls out a box of Krispy Kreme donuts, and hands it to my uncle. My aunt, with all dead serious in her eye, looks at my uncle and says, "You're making effing donuts, right?" This is a kid's show, so we'll keep it that. And so my aunt said, "There's your sign. You're making donuts." Yep. And long story short, then my uncle learned how to do donuts in like pretty much 3 nights, right? Let's call it a week. Yeah. So then they ended up finding a spot which is in the middle of the block.
Okay.
And my uncle learned how to do the donuts in about a week. From when he first opened, terrible, right? Missing steps.
Oh,
but
I thought you were going to say he was a natural at it or something. Like, oh, they were terrible.
No one is, right? So, but the coolest part about all this is that my aunt and uncle, the community believed in them. His first night he made like 250 donuts, right? And he's so proud of himself. And they're not the best, but they sell out in a matter of like 10, 15 minutes.
Oh, that's great.
And the community always believed in us from day one. And that is kind of the mini story about Cranky Al's.
Man, so okay,
Yeah.
so two things. First of all, I don't know about you guys, but I know I was sitting here thinking, where is he going with the TJ Maxx? How are we getting back to donuts? That's exactly what I was thinking. Is how are we getting back to donuts with this? But that's an undeniable sign. At that point, he had to just say, okay, I'm letting go here. I'm
Yep.
just gonna let this go. And so, when did you get involved? How did that work out?
I came on board just shy of 12 years ago now. I moved up here for 2 weeks. I had my grandpa who wasn't doing the best, and my uncle actually had vertigo. So I just graduated college, moved up here because my aunt and uncle said, hey, do you mind helping us move out? So I was like, hey, why not? 2 weeks, summertime, let's do it. So I move up here. Well, 2 weeks turns into 2 months. 2 months turns into 2 years. And like I said earlier, 4 kids later, I'm not going anywhere. And by the way, I still am waiting on my first paycheck. So if you see my aunt and uncle, let them know that I'm looking to get paid still.
Okay, well maybe they'll be watching this. So 4 kids later.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do the kids love donuts, or are they like, Dad, no more donuts? How do they feel about it?
No, every day. My oldest daughter, every night, Dad, can you make this? Can you make that? Can you bring me home this? My stepson, all the time too. Like, hey, you mind if you bring home some couple of donuts, maybe some maple bacon or some crawlers? And my girls love the M&Ms. They love the gummy bears. So it's
Wow.
really special. Plus, my wife likes it too. I think that's partially why she married me.
Well, hey, that's a great way to woo your wife, is just make donuts that look like this. You know, you mentioned community, and I want to talk a bit more about that, but something that happened to me just completely off camera, and I just want to tell everybody about this. I was out yesterday and mentioned that today we were coming to Cranky Al's Donuts, and we got a testimonial from this guy, Brian, who said, oh my gosh, I live around the corner from that place, and my kids absolutely love it. He brings his kids here every single Saturday. Not kidding. Every Saturday brings his kids. And he says, from Sunday to Friday, they always say, Dad, is it Saturday yet? Is it Saturday yet? Is it Saturday? So I know what you mean with that sense of community. What's that like today for you? Has that relationship continued to grow between Cranky Al's and this community?
Yeah, I mean, it's an amazing relationship. Obviously, it's fun to see the kids come in when they're little and they could barely look over the counter, and then all of a sudden they're working for us, right? Believe it or not, today I have a kid that came in here and was in here. His brother worked for me, and then now he's working for me while he's in college. Like, it's a really cool experience, and we're really nothing without our community, and that's the biggest thing is we are so grateful that this community has supported us since day one, and we'll never forget that. And it's very rare in life that you have that many people supporting you and believing in you, and that's why we give back, right? We have to.
A lot of communities that I see like yours have that same mentality. You know, it's the rising tide raises all ships. So if Cranky Al's is doing well, then the bar down the street does well, and you support each other. So what a great story. And then I mean, just the thing with your aunt and uncle and the way that they started this and how that started.
Yeah.
And you do a lot though. This isn't just a donut shop. I know you've got the pizzas going, which we saw a little bit earlier, but catering, weddings, how does this, I mean, look at this thing. Is this something, you use this out when you're doing events?
Yeah, so the cool part is, obviously, what's been big in the last 5 to 7 years is wedding donuts, right? And instead of having cupcakes or cake, we can compete from a standpoint of wedding donuts, right? You can have multiple different kinds. You can also do mini donuts as well. And you can have this beautiful setup. People can have more than one. So we started it out basically because someone came and was like, hey, we want to do donuts at our wedding. And it just kind of, just a snowball effect. And it really turned into something nice. And we do over 100 weddings a year now. And we're very lucky and very fortunate. Yeah.
Incredible. And kind of a bell just went off in my mind as soon as you said that, because that makes too much sense. Why is nobody else doing this? Because cakes are beautiful and that's great, but you're right. People can have multiple donuts. They can taste different flavors of donuts. And you make over 50 different types of donuts.
Yeah.
So why are more people doing that for their weddings? I don't know.
You know, I think it's all preference, right? I don't want to judge anybody, but you know, some people are cake donut people, or some people are cake people. I am, if you can't see this physique, I'm a filled donut guy, right?
Filled donut?
Yeah. I mean, not only do I look like one, but I really enjoy it. And that would be my favorite. Like, you give me any type of filled donut, I'm taking that thing down. And I was joking earlier, like, literally, when I first started working here, I was probably 215 pounds. In a month, I was 275 pounds. Straight dedicated to buttercream and everything else, raspberry filled.
Well, you gotta taste everything, man.
Exactly.
You're the owner. You can't just put donuts out without. That's the first rule of cooking.
Would you trust me if I was skinny?
That's who is no.
That's what I'm saying.
I would not trust a skinny donut shop owner. Well, these are staring me in the face, brother. So I need to get a bite of something. So what's one that you said was really popular in this area that kind of made you?
The crawler. So I'm gonna hand this to you. It's a buttermilk cake donut. It's a classic Wisconsin style donut. So it's a thicker, denser buttermilk. There's actually buttermilk in there, and that you go to any donut shop in Wisconsin, that's the argument. Who has the best crawler?
Really?
Right. I have a lot of good friends, and we talk about community. I have a lot of great friends that do own donut shops. And we laugh all the time because when they come see me, they bring me their crawlers. And when I go see them, I tell them, hey, here's the best crawlers in Wisconsin.
I was gonna ask you, is it a little competitive between you guys?
It is. It's fun because it only makes you better, right? At the end of the day, that's what makes you better, is be able to up your game and be able to produce the best possible product for the customers.
Well, I want to give this a shot, man. It's a crawler.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've had a crawler before. And you mentioned something, I kind of want to tell you guys. He's right, this is dense. Like this is a dense, heavy donut. It's not what you would expect. And so it's made with buttermilk?
Yep, buttermilk, vanilla, and then your traditional flour and everything else that goes into it.
Okay. Ooh. Oh, man.
You definitely need some coffee with it, for sure. It's a mouthful.
Whoa! This is a dunkable donut. This is something this will soak up some coffee. This thing is very dense, but in a good way. You know what I imagine when I'm eating this right now?
What?
Is like a cold Wisconsin winter. And you wake up in the morning and you're hungry, you're on your way to work, and you come in and this thing just fills you up. It's got that sugar to wake you up, that coffee to go with it. This is fantastic.
Well, you know, bears hibernate in the winter, right? They feed berries and everything else. Wisconsin people eat crawlers, right? Especially during hibernation in the winter.
Totally makes sense. That's the kind of donut that this feels like. I understand now why there's a bit of a competition on who makes the best crawler and why this could be so popular up here. And you got a bunch of different donuts, man. Talk me through some of these. Yeah,
so obviously, like we said earlier, we have over 52 different types of donuts. We do try to change them up in overall throughout the year. But like what we have up here, we have some classic M&M vanilla-based donut with M&Ms on there. We have our Samoa, which is our Girl Scout cookie, right?
Oh.
I don't want to get in trouble, right?
No, but I know that what you're talking about.
Yeah, chocolate, toasted coconut, caramel drizzle. You have your classic vanilla and chocolate sprinkles. We have a blueberry lemon donut right now, as well as we do like maple bacon. We have a bunch of filled donuts, right? So over here, next one you're gonna try is the maple bacon, as well as our apple fritters, right? It's that's a really good donut as well.
You let me know. What do you want to try?
Yeah, here, and give this one.
I've been staring at this.
Yeah, it's you.
This is, man, come on.
So we actually use a bacon. It's from Wisconsin here. It's called Kettle Range Meats. And what they do, it's a nice thick cut bacon, nitrate free, right? It's actually right down the street, their own butcher shop. They make it for us. That's right. Cool. So, and with price of inflation, like I said here, the nice part is that thick cut of bacon, you can't go wrong with the maple icing as well. And
what I like too, and we brought this up a few times, but the sense of community, the fact that you're using local bacon, you're using bacon from this area, from people that you know, with a butcher shop down the street. That commitment to local vendors, I think it's just such a great thing to do, man. It really is. Another great thing to do is for me to go ahead and bite into this.
Yeah.
Come on. That bacon is thick cut.
Yeah, we don't mess around. You gotta get your money's worth here.
Hold on a second. Listen. Wait. I know that there's been sort of a maple bacon donut trend over the past few years, however, but not like this. Not with like bacon. This is like thick breakfast Wisconsin bacon.
Yeah.
This is like Paul Bunyan bacon is what this is. That's delicious, man.
Thank you.
That's
really
incredible.
appreciate it.
Wow, that's unbelievable.
Yeah, and like we said, like when you talk about like as well as piggybacking on the community factor, like the collaborations is everything to us, right? From whether it's us making, using meats from the local butcher shop, as well as we actually have, I didn't even tell you this one, we actually make a donut beer with our buddies down the street.
Come on, man.
Yeah, so it's
Get
actually
outta here.
made with all those crawlers you taste, all the leftover crawlers. We grind them up and we put it in our own stout, and we actually call it the Donut Don.
The Donut Don?
Yeah.
I'm not leaving this city. And get this on camera. I'm not leaving this city until I get a donut beer. Has to happen. And listen, there's an elephant in the room here that I have not discussed. That you're probably watching this saying, how has he not talked about this yet? And that's this giant Homer Simpson donut. Who orders this and for what?
Yeah, so
this is gorgeous.
Like we were talking about earlier, it's a main for birthdays, for anniversaries, as well as for our wedding donuts, right? So the cool part about that, it's an actual donut, so it's an actual yeast-raised donut, so it's light and fluffy. It's a 12-inch round donut, and obviously anybody can order it. They can put writing on there, happy birthday, or they can actually order letter donuts that we make here out of actual donuts. So you say maybe you want to do it as I do or love. We spell out love in donuts, or we spell out donuts and we actually put it on the donut as well.
Really? So that's
Yeah.
another great thing for parties, for weddings. So I was going to ask you, you read my mind, because customization with donuts, I wanted to ask you if you're able to do that, but the fact that you can even put them in letters, so for weddings, last names, anything like that. Any toppings with that? You can put any sort of...
any topping you want. Obviously depending on the couple, right? We can be as classic as you want, just 1 or 2 toppings. We can do different styles from a standpoint of colored icings, edible glitter, you name it, we can do it. And the cool part about us is, no matter what it is, we're gonna tell you and be honest with you if we can or can't do it.
That's fair. Very fair. Well, man, listen, I want to thank you for your time today and for all of these donuts. This is an incredible stop for us. At America's Best Restaurants, we go all over the country, but I can honestly say, in the visits that we've done, I haven't seen anything like this.
Thank you.
So where can people find you on social media?
So obviously on Facebook, on Instagram, as well as on Twitter, and then obviously on our website at crankyowls.com. And those are going to be the main places as well for us.
Man, well, if you're ever in the Milwaukee area, you got to come by and check out Cranky Owls. The pizza's good too. Let's not overshadow the pizza, which we tried earlier. The coffee's fantastic. And listen, make sure that you like and subscribe, share, and give us some comments below. Which one of these donuts would you want to try? I'm very curious. So I want to see in those comments which donut you want to taste. But that's it for now. I'm Greg Hudson. This is America's Best Restaurants, and this is a maple bacon donut that's about to get devoured. We'll see you next time.